Really an interesting call here. It's 3rd and 3. The Bengals are showing blitz or some blitz pressure in the A gaps here. Ravens have 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Andrews goes in motion. He's lined up in the slot. So actually they have 2 to the right as well. You can see he's being shadowed in man. And on 3rd down, he's going to draw a lot of attention generally. Then he gets pulled back. Once he's pulled back, notice this D end widen. Still being shadowed in man. Off the ball, we see this GT counter call. And just a gaping hole before the ball snap. You can see it. Again, it's 3rd down. There goes Stanley. He's going to lead through. Bozeman's going to try to kick out the end man. You can see a gaping hole to the side with Yonda and Orlando really doing a good job forming this wall. Skura going out trying to get that 3 tech so he's not able to spike inside. But this is an outside run, obviously. So yeah, he's got a tall order there, but he does a good enough job. So really the Ravens, in the pulling of Andrews to that side ultimately, to this side ultimately, and you can see this better from the all-22, on 3rd down, they really, again, are catching the Bengals here with pressure at the line, with a deep safety, and with this motion, pulling this defender that was on the left tackle side out of the box or out of the area that they're designing to run. And then they're going to have to contend with his end here. And I think the Ravens saw on tape that this guy's going to scrape. But he's also going to stay home just a little bit to see what Lamar is going to do with the ball. You can see Lamar kind of reading here. And it's just long enough. Recognizing now that they have a 2-on-2 blocking assignment here in the form of 2 receivers on the outside. And if they can get outside, and this is pretty convincing too. You see 2 big old bodies moving that way. Gus does a good job getting out of that tackle. Good stiff arm here. And we'll see it from the other angle, but an excellent job blocking downfield. Where is it? Back it up just a little. Yeah, both by Willie Snead and by Boykin. Let me run it. So good job running, good play execution. Again, catching the Bengals in a less than advantageous position with this deep safety particularly, but also pulling this guy out of the box. Also the deception in the pulling of the guard and the tackle here, which really could have worked out pretty well had Lamar kept it. It looks like anyway. But you can see it pulls the line that way to some degree. And if we look at it from the rear, not a great snap, but Skura is, it's not abysmal, but I think it's high. And they're trying to get this ball in the belly of the back pretty quickly here. Another thing I'll point out, this is neither here nor there. I did go back and watch this last year. 18 out of 19 pulls. When they pulled Stanley to the right, he was in 2-point stance. I don't remember the occasion when he wasn't, but there was one. And I've noticed that this year as well. This is really one of my favorite plays, and it's really a cool variation the Ravens run off of this on 3rd down. Works out great. Again, here's that stiff arm. And I'll run this play back. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I actually showed it. So I'll run it from the all-22. It's a nice 3rd down conversion to Andrews. You can just see Andrews here coming off the line to your right. And we'll look at the all-22. Watch him fake inside. As he cuts outside here, the Bengals defender is going to engage him, try to jam him up. And we'll see better from another angle what that does to that, what Mark does to that defender. Before he releases the football, Jackson's going to check this linebacker at the line because he's got Boykin coming on a drag here. But nice little pocket, good timing, good decision making. Puts the ball on him. Let's watch it from all 22 here. I want you to watch what Mark does to this DB. There you go. Separation right there. Nice little fake inside. Guy gets hands on him, and Mark just does away with him. Lamar reads that, puts the ball on him. Nice little line, nice little move to get off press here at the line by Boykin. Right, he's clear there, and that's what we meant about Bengals showing blitz here and then dropping. Lamar reads that and goes away, finds Mark, and they pick up the first down. Good to see the Ravens scheming guys open, particularly on third down. We saw a play similar to this one versus Pittsburgh where Roberts got called for a pick. Note the timing, too. Note that Ingram doesn't take off the line straight away. His coverage has to kind of stall there and wait. And he's just behind in terms of release. He's just behind Seth. Seth runs at his DB, plants inside. And then he cuts this pretty flat. Both receivers to the right here, Mark Andrews and Willie Snead are going to run interference as well. So this is schemed particularly to get Mark the ball. Lamar makes a nice throw. It's one of those sidearm baseball throws, but the touch on it and getting it out in front perfectly leads Ingram. This is a design boot and keep from Lamar under center here. You can see Hayden or Nick, one of the tight ends there. I think that's Hayden. Yep, gets pulled in. And watch Ricard off the ball, off the snap here. He's going to come downhill as if he's the lead blocker in B gap here for this run. There's the fake give. Then he gets flat, and he's going to pick up this scraping linebacker. The Bengals have been doing that all game. So a real good call. If you watch it from the All-22, the Ravens do what they've been doing all game, which is kind of double team the edge and get Stanley out in front. Nick makes a great block here. They get off that double team of that big 5 tech. Takes the legs out right here. Just a not a good situation here. Lamar probably should keep this wide, but I think he sees this block that Nick lays, and he thinks he can score with a cutback. He doesn't think this big old 5 tech's going to stop him, but that's what happens. Guy makes a nice play. As this clip starts, you see Deshaun Elliott kind of coaching Earl up on this call here. The Ravens are going to send these two safeties, Chuck and Earl, on a blitz. And this is one of the rare examples from the Bengals game where the Ravens were out of position or missed an assignment. And this tight end gets wide open there. You want Elliott to follow that motion, but you don't want him covering him in man if he goes all the way out to Brandon's zone. In other words, he's got to move with him, but also be aware of what's going on here at the line with these receivers, this tight end group. A couple other things that are cool to watch. The blitz pressure doesn't get home at all, meaning these safeties. It gets picked up, a ball comes out so quick, Earl really doesn't get off. But you see Purnell winning inside. You see Michael Pierce pushing the pocket. So, if this had been communicated better, where Deshaun's kind of hanging out in this hook zone and reading the motion of 85 or 83, that pressure might have got home. And then my favorite thing to see on this play is Zach Sealer. Watch him. Guy runs 25 or 26 yards downfield after the play. This is just great hustle. He makes the tackle. He does not get in on the tackle. He makes the tackle. And that's just all-out hustle and effort. Watch that again. There he is. Getting double-teamed. Hot pursuit. Big tackle at the end. Lamar always is unbelievable sort of escaping blitz pressure or any kind of pressure in the pocket. And I thought he did a really good job of kind of getting rid of the football when nobody was open and not trying to force anything in this game in particular. But some of that is because the Ravens did not do a good job, I won't say picking up the blitz, but communicating these hot routes when they see pressure. Here the Bengals send 7. And you'll see from the other angle, Lamar wants to get rid of this football, and he wants to hit Willie Snead. It's just not clear if Willie's thinking or seeing that at the same time as he is. And you can see Lamar escape, and he does the right thing. Nobody's open downfield. He just kind of decides he's going to get rid of the football. But you want a plan in place to make guys pay for sending these blitzes. Here it is. You'll see Lamar, understanding there's a blitz coming, understanding the middle of the field is clear, and it's just not clear if Willie's on the same wavelength at that point. Not sure he's ready for the football when Lamar wants to get rid of it. This is another example of the Ravens not dealing particularly well with the blitz. And really, you should invite this because it's coming. Other teams see this, that we have problems with this. They send 6, we have 5 to block, and Lamar's got to escape the pocket. The other thing that's interesting, the Bengals here are going to sit on these routes. They understand that we don't have anybody, enough people to block, so they're going to cover stuff underneath. Yonda does the right thing here, kind of gets inside. In a perfect world, I think you want Orlando to do the same and let this outside rusher go free, just to give Lamar another second or two. Where you see these defenders kind of sitting on stuff underneath because of the pressure, the blitz pressure. You see 2 guys a little late, but you see them breaking open. So just having a plan for these pressures. As I said, we didn't handle them well. They come on 3rd down often, as you might expect. So you have a sense of them, or you might have a sense of them because of that. Again, you see Lamar escape. Again, you see Lamar do the wise thing and just get rid of the football. Interesting to note these mirrored routes here, both inside and outside. We see the inside receivers running these pivots right around the same depth, right around the same timing. That's Seth Roberts, that's Hayden Hurst. Stops on the outside by both outside receivers, right at the sticks or just beyond. You can see that Andrews, where are you? Andrews out here gets a little bit of separation at the sticks, but really these routes, all of them, and I like this. I like what we're seeing out of these routes in combination generally. All of them are set up for Willie on this dig. That's really the hit here. There's no question to my mind that that's what they're after. Good protection. I think you see Lamar being cautious with the football here. He understands that he's got him. But what you'll notice is this defender is doing a much better job keeping his eyes on the quarterback. He's getting much better position to sort of make a play, and I think that's what Lamar's thinking here. We'll see from the other side. You see these little pivots underneath. And he stays home where this guy doesn't quite stay home. You can see him getting really into Hayden and trying to wall him. Lamar is really watching, trying to hold this linebacker. And he thinks about it. But I think I'm not sure he feels he can fit this in as far as the timing of how Willie's come across and what this linebacker's reading. So he waits. And he tries to get it over the linebacker. Ball comes out to Willie, high. So he's going to have to make a very, very good grab in order to grab this football. But I like the combination. I like how we're really scheming guys, really kind of giving the read a little bit of a simplification. And all these routes underneath and outside serve to set up that dig. And it just gets blown up a little bit, I think, by this guy just being right in the perfect position to give Lamar pause about that throw.